But let's take a look at it up close and look at this. Okay, so if you're wanting to look at the imperfections, if you see that the mask here, let me get that clear. You see the mask. Okay, the mask was supposed to be Mortal Kombat 2, right? So the mask is beautiful. And I say beautiful because if you pull up Mortal Kombat 11, just pull that up, that's in a Mortal Kombat 11 mask. Do not know why they used a Mortal Kombat 11 mask, because that's what that is. That is not Mortal Kombat 2 at all. Mortal Kombat 2 looks really funny. It's different. This is way off, but it looks really good if it was Mortal Kombat 11, right? So you see the mask there. That's the difference. They completely wrong for this figure, but if it was Mortal Kombat 11, it is completely right and it looks good, especially the Sub-Zero one. Very nice. So wrong there. Let's go for the eyes. Like, we're looking at the appearance. You see the eyes. Of course, his eyes are white. That's how they are. You could have had an extra head sculpt where he had his regular eyes. That'd have been neat as well, okay? Taking a look at the head. The head is not bad, okay? But it's too much of an oval, of a circular. He more had that kind of, you know, it's kind of point. I don't know, like he had a, I don't know how you explain it, but he didn't have this rounded off head. It's more like a hoodie kind of deal, kind of a, I can't explain it, but you do know what I mean. I'll post a picture up. This is more, when you look at this character, it looks more MK11. That's what I'm really getting at. It has MK2 vibes, because you see these patterns here. This is all correct. This is a little different because this gi is supposed to be one. This is all paint and it's one piece. They failed there, but this is not failed. This is correct. Yes. And then you look at the belt here. If you're looking at the belt, it looks like it's just dangling so low. It's not that. It was two strings and a little bit, two strings dangling, but you got this fat bow there at the bottom, just like a bow, right? That's completely wrong, and it doesn't look good just painted on the gi, right? The bottom of the gi looks okay, but then you go toward the parts where his legs are, where the gi is, with the PVC plastic. That doesn't look great either. It's just, this needs to be two pieces, and then inside needs to be two pieces as well. That way you can see his neck or his muscles on his neck like you would, but you do not see that at all, right? I am getting MK11 vibes just because of the attire and his mask, right? But it's not, they're not done bad. The proportion of the figure, as you can see, he has that kind of a hunchback look. The reason why he has this hunchback look at this. It's because his head is sitting on a ball and socket that is sliced at an angle, which is terrible. And he has a ball and socket that has grooves in it. So it's not going to do that well. So I think that you can pull the rotations around just as much as you need. There you go. You do have it. We'll show that in articulation. I think the articulation is okay with that. But why have this angled cut to make him have his head down like that, pushed out like that? It's more like he's an old man. His neck is pushed out. So I do not understand that. You'll get your tilt, that's there, but I think that was just laziness, and that ballpoint with the stuff on the end of the ballpoint, that can mess up some figures inside the socket here, right? That stuff goes in, cracks around, and you get a cracked socket, or you might crack the socket itself. So not quite sure why that was done, right? So looking at the figure as it stands, I think the standing of the height of the figure, I think it's running at 7 inches. So that's quite all right. Like I said before, this belt is supposed to be more like a string, not this flappy, not this, what do you call that? Ribbon-like? That's what it looks like, okay? And then you look at the gauntlets, those are fairly decent. They're sculpted decent and they're black. Nothing much you can do about that. He's not too muscular, which is really good. And then you see the bands that go around his biceps. That's quite on there. We like that. Also looking at his knee pads and his shin guards, right? I think the knee pads might go a little higher than normal. Not quite sure, but they do look pretty decent as they were in the video game. So not bad there, I would say, but not quite accurate. And you see the pants are black there and they're ruffled up. Really cool, really cool. But the big part is the gi is not two pieces, and the paint of the belt should be PVC plastic and not that ribbon-like material in the front. It should just be two strings hanging, not that big bow there. He has a big bow there. That's not it. Okay, yeah, so looking at the appearance here, like I said before, I'm getting that Mortal Kombat 11 vibe because of the mask and a lot of other things. I mean, even the head, the way the head is wrapped, that's MK11 as well, right? And then you're getting the laziness of making the gi one piece, so articulation is going to be fairly decent, but not where it should be. And the knee pads are a little bit exaggerated. I know they go high, but this is almost going up to the middle of his thigh. I would say a quarter ways up to past his knee. I don't think it went that high, but it does look fairly decent with the specs on it. That's how they were. And you see the feet there. You can't go wrong with that. Let's take a look at the back. That's tacky. It's just some sculpting or paint. You just paint it around there, and that's what you look like. It doesn't look like that all in the game. Not at all. That's bad. And the pants themselves, fairly decent. But this is what you got for the appearance. This is not a Mortal Kombat 2 figure. It has some Mortal Kombat 2 qualities, but it looks more of Mortal Kombat 11, right, on the appearance. There you go. Take a look at that mask. That's not MK2. All right. That'll do it for the appearance.